All right, this week I wanted to just send a quick little PSA about something that I think is a very concerning issue, and something that people don't talk about a lot. And that's just basically the fact that everywhere we go, and most of the things we're eating, and most of the things we're doing, are nowadays designed to keep us doing them as long as possible, and to keep us eating them as long as possible. Basically, this mainly revolves around food, and this mainly revolves around the stuff on our phones. All the apps, all the websites, everything on your phone is designed to keep you on it as long as possible. All the social media apps and all the websites, their goal, these companies, they have thousands of people sitting down every day for hours trying to figure out how can they keep you on the phone as long as possible. Keep you scrolling, keep you clicking, get you to spend the most money. Thousands of people working on this every day, and they're getting really good at it. It works. I mean, I know I'm not the only person who's found themselves scrolling the news for 30 minutes when you just wanted to go for like 5 minutes. I mean, the way they're designing these apps is just, I mean, it's in a way it's remarkable. It's incredible because it's so good at keeping you in. But if we're not careful, and it keeps on getting better and better and better, and we don't realize what's happening, we're just going to waste our lives away in these algorithms and these sort of man-made addictions. This goes for the food too. These companies have thousands of people sitting down every day thinking and working on how to make this food as addictive as possible. How can we get people to eat this food again? How can we get people to eat more of this food? They're sitting down and they're trying to work through your brain, trying to figure out how to get you to keep on coming back again and again and again. I mean, these foods, the ingredients and everything they have in them, they're triggering all sorts of hormones and gut responses and brain activity and all of that. I mean, they're breaking this stuff down into a science on just how to make you go the most crazy for it. The apps, the food, everything. And this is, people have talked about this before. Documentaries have been made on this and all of that, but I just wanted to give my own little warning and PSA about it because you're going to waste your life away. You're going to lose yourself in all of this. And the reason I wanted to send out this little warning is because of AI. AI is coming and it's only going to make everything so much worse. We're going to keep on getting sucked into this stuff more and more and more. We're going to lose touch with reality. Just take a second, look at how much screen time you have on your phone. How many hours have you spent on social media, scrolling through TikTok or Twitter or Instagram? How many hours have you lost that could have been spent learning, reading, exploring, developing yourself, seeking adversity so you can become a stronger and better person? You could have spent all those hours developing relationships with your friends, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or going out and trying to find a significant partner. Developing deeper relationships with your parents, all of that. But instead of doing all that, you're just hooked on your phone because these websites and these apps are designed so deeply and impressively to get you hooked on them as long as possible. These people, whether they're doing it with, evil purpose or not, they're taking your life away from you. They're stealing it. And it's not necessarily your fault because they know your brain because they have the same brain. They're breaking down everyone's minds and they're figuring out what works best to keep you sucked in the most. And if you're ever going to fight back, if you're ever going to start resisting this, you have to be aware of the fact that, hey, there's thousands of people right now figuring out how to get me locked in, how to get me sucked into these phones the most, figuring out how to get me to eat all this garbage, terrible food that makes you feel like crap. And not only is it bad just to waste all this time and lose so much of your life in this stuff, but it's also just terrible for you in general. Human beings aren't meant to know what's going on all around the world. This specifically relates to the news. We evolved in small tribes and small groups. We didn't know what was happening 1,000 miles away from us, especially not the rest of the world. But now we pull up our phone when we get sucked in instantly because all these apps are designed so perfectly to suck you in. And for 30 minutes, you're just reading about all the terrible things that are happening all around the world. And that is terrible for you. There's not a single person on this planet who was evolved and designed to be able to handle all of that. Because you can't. You can't handle all of that. And when you read all of it, it's overwhelming, it can be depressing, it gets in your head. It's just not good for us. And I just wanted to put this warning out. So hopefully, if I don't know how many people actually watch my videos, but if I can just help one person, become aware of the fact that people are doing everything they can to get you as sucked into this stuff as deeply as possible, that can hopefully wake you up, and hopefully you can start, fighting the battle to get out of it and to actually start living your life and to spend far less time sucked into this useless garbage. All social media it's junk food for your mind, just like junk food for your body is terrible for you. This junk food for your mind is also terrible for you. It worsens your ability to focus. It worsens your ability to deeply dive into complex subjects that help you evolve and help you grow and help you take on more complex subjects in the future. Basically, your ability to improve is suppressed greatly by getting sucked into all this stuff that's basically our world now. And it's terrible. So I just wanted to go on a little rant and talk about that. That'll be the video for this week. I wish you good luck in battling these people and battling these apps. I turned off my notifications on Snapchat, and the app just constantly bombards me now, my entire phone, saying, hey, turn on your notifications again, turn back your notifications, why are your notifications off? You can turn them on right back on, go to the settings and do this. Just like, because they know once you turn your settings off, you're taking the first step to, not being sucked into it for so long. You'll spend far less time if your notifications are off. The app knows that, which is why they bombard you with, hey, you're turning your notifications back on. But yeah, hope I was able to help somebody, take a deeper dive and perspective into all of this. The first step is realizing that it's happening. A lot of people go through their lives and they don't even realize it's happening. They don't realize they're being tricked and manipulated into being consumed so much and into consuming all of this stuff, all this terrible virtual garbage. And the food too is just absolutely awful, and it's designed to be as addictive as possible, just all of it. And it's getting really bad, and AI is only going to make it so much worse. But I have faith that hopefully we can start to break away from this stuff. But you can't do that unless you're aware. So this is just me doing my little part for that. Anyways, I hope you have a great day. Keep on fighting.